Hello and welcome back to Page 3 Hot Topics. I'm joined by Chloe this week, who is new. Hello, Chloe.
Hello, everyone.
And Daisy and Jay. Welcome. We have got so much to talk about this week, girls. With restrictions easing on Monday, everybody's very excited. We're going to be talking about all sorts, from casual sex coming back on Monday through to I'm a Celeb. If you guys have got any comments, then do pop them in the comment section and we'll get them through to the girls. But let's kick off then. First of all, yes or no? Obviously, on Monday, restrictions are easing. So will you be rushing to hug family and friends, girls? I want a yes or no answer from every single one of you. Let's start with Chloe.
100% yes. I love my nan to bits. It's been such a long time. My nan does everything for me. I mean, she carries me shopping bags. She deserves a hug, so I'll be giving her a big hug. I mean, I can't wait to hug her more than even if I had a boyfriend. Like, me nan's me everything.
Amazing.
Oh, you'll be hugging me nan.
Oh, yeah, I will agree. I will also be sending out hugs. It's been hard, isn't it? Family, friends. I like a good hug.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be weird hugging people again. Jay, what about you? Will you be hugging people?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been really weird to like not greet people how you usually do. So yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a bit weird after so long, isn't it, to actually touch people again?
Yeah, so weird.
Brings me on
sort of giving people little handshakes, like going and stuff like.
Yeah, it's the elbow. It's the elbow touch that we've been doing. But Boris has said that we're easing things. Michael Gove in the government, from Monday, which is very, very exciting. But that does mean something else for single people. It does mean that friendly contact can happen again. So for single people who aren't in relationships, who might have been a bit neglected in that side of their lives, are able to have casual sex again. But this has caused quite a debate online between people who are being vaccinated, not vaccinated. Is this a good idea? If you've got any comments about this topic in particular, perhaps you're really excited to get back in the dating game again. And with that comes everything. The government is concerned that people will be taking cuddling a step too far. Now, do you think that's a bit condescending, girls, to say that? What do we think? Saying cuddling, taking it a step too far.
I think it's gone on now for so long, hasn't it? And we've kind of got to start somewhere. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got needs, whether that's sexual needs or even just like emotional needs. When you're sad, you do want a hug from your friend. How long is it going to go on for? You can't say to someone, I really want a hug, but can I see your vaccine card?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Can you stop? Back up. Just need to see that you've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you think?
I don't really understand. Who said that? The quote.
The government.
the whole like.
That is their stance on it. They're saying that they're afraid that people are going to take cuddling a step too far. But then they've also said, friendly contact again. So take that as you will.
Yeah, I don't get that. It just contradicts each other. I don't understand.
It is a government quote. Breaking: Boris Johnson says we're allowed to touch friends and family again. Now, a touch, that can be everything from a handshake.
I feel like people need to hug each other, especially with mental health and that. You need to give that person a hug. They've waited so long to hug your nan and that. I think it's definitely time to give them hugs. It's been a long time, and especially when you suffer from anxiety, mental health, you're stuck in, you need that cuddle to make you feel better.
100%. I think we're all agreed on that one. Let's take it to the poll and see whether our readers are excited to have friendly contact again. Yes, 66%, but no, 33%. I personally would have thought that more people would have been excited to have contact again. But I think there are some anxieties around it, aren't there?
Yeah.
It's very weird going back to normal life. Like, I went to the supermarket the other day and it was way busier than I'm actually usually expect it to be. And I was like, oh, why is that person coming so close to me? I don't know if you guys have experienced anything like that recently, where it's a bit weird now that life is turning back to normal.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been in the supermarket with my mum and they've been like sort of standing close to us and my mum's like giving them dirty looks and they're taking no notice. Like, they're like, what am I doing? I'm doing nothing wrong. Some people don't notice they're doing it. Like, they just like do it. Come close to you.
And what about you, Jay or Daisy? Have you experienced anything that you're a bit like, oh, that's just too soon for me?
Personally, no. I really don't. I really like seeing crowds of people now. Like, I think it's easy for me to say because obviously I'm like healthy and young, so like it doesn't bother me. But no, I really enjoy it. Like, I went out on Saturday and it was really busy and I loved it. Like, I really, really liked it. But I understand that for some people it must be quite scary, but I love it.
Yeah. And Daisy, what about you?
No, I kind of get it from both sides. I think we've eased back in gently, haven't we? So we've gone out for dinner, we're sitting outside, but the restaurants are all jam-packed, the tables are all close together. You know, I'm not leaning across to the table next to me and breathing in their face. But I think it's kind of a bit of a step in the right direction to start mingling a little bit more. You know, eventually we'll go inside and hugging with no more awkward little like fist pumps and elbow rubs. No, I'm not particularly concerned.
Now,
Yeah, same. I'm not really concerned either.
So Dean's got in touch saying he'd love to hug his sister, which is very sweet. That will soon happen, Dean. So obviously, people are getting vaccines at the moment as well. And there was a survey done, and it was by 1,000 adults on a dating app called Inner Circle, and they found that nearly half of the British singles want their potential partner to say whether or not they've been vaccinated. 71% of responders would reconsider dating someone if they refuse to have the vaccine. Now, from your girl's perspective, let's say that you were all single, would you reconsider dating somebody if they hadn't had the vaccine, or are you not that bothered?
I'm not bothered. I just think, like, I don't know, we're young, like, and I just think some young boys don't take it so seriously as in like an elderly relative would. So I personally wouldn't be so bothered. I wouldn't really mind.
Okay. And does anybody disagree with that point here? Does anybody want their partner? Would that affect whether you would date somebody if they were vaccinated or not, girls? What do you think, Lizzie J? No. And I think that's to do with our ages as well. That we're
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Okay, then. So let's move on then, shall we, to a completely different topic, but it is on the lines of dating relationships. So this week, Tyson Fury was pictured with a woman putting sun cream on him. Obviously, it's created a bit of talk online, hence why we're talking about it. Tyson is married. Now, he was only pictured, to clarify, only pictured with a woman putting sun cream on him. But obviously, in order to put sun cream on somebody, you have to touch them to do so. So he was pictured doing this. Now, would you be annoyed if your partner was tactile with another woman pictured? I'm going to start with Jay.
It depends. If I was there, then I wouldn't care, because obviously I'd be like, well, I was there, like, it's fine, I trust them. I guess if he was like on the other side of the world, like say in LA, like doing like a boot camp for a fight or something, and then I saw that, I would be a bit like, oh my god, who is she? But I don't think it'd be make or break. But I would be, if I wasn't there and then I just saw it, like a picture, I would be a bit like, oh, who's that? If you didn't mention as well, I'd be like, oh my god. But no, if I was there and I saw it all happen in front of me and then the picture emerged, I'd be like, oh, it's fine. It depends on the person.
Yeah, absolutely. Daisy, what do you think? Would you be annoyed?
I know it's a bit of a rubbish answer, but I think it's a bit circumstance depending. Like, again, if I was there and you kind of saw it, if it was for a bit of a laugh in front of like the lads or whatever, fine. But if they were on a stag do in Vegas on their own with beautiful women in skimpy bikinis rubbing oil on them, I think I'd rather he burn. Doesn't need the sun cream. And the only reason I say that is because I think if you are in a relationship, it's all about trust, isn't it? But I don't think a lot of boys, on the other hand, would be happy if we were laying on the beach in our bikinis away from them, I think it'd be a completely different rule. I mean, I know if I came home and said, oh, there was a photo of me that got leaked of some hot hunky guy rubbing cream on me, it would be a very different kind of story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you make a very, very valid point there.
Yeah.
And Chloe, what do you think?
Nah, literally divorced. Literally divorced. I would divorce it. I think I would get really jealous of that. I mean, if they're all like in their bikinis, getting all sexual with Tyson, you don't know what they're saying when you're putting this sun cream on. And what happens after they put the sun cream on? Like, what do they do after they've done that suntan lotion? Like, do you know what I mean? And they're going back to the hotel. Like,
now, obviously, just to clarify here, we don't know what happened after the photo. It was only the photo that we saw.
Yeah.
Was
But
only
I would overthink it. I would overthink it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I'm quite a jealous person, like with boys, I just know. But I can understand what the girls are saying as well. Like, if you was there, then it's a different story than reading it or like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then again, I suppose if you was there, it'd be like, what? I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't need to touch my husband.
It's fine. Leave it to me. I've done this before. Thank you.
Don't worry. Thanks for the offer. But if you guys think that the reaction online has been, too much, etc., this photo, do you think it's absolutely fine? Then do let us know in the comments, and we can come back to this topic shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to go onto a bit of reality TV. So this week, we got the confirmation that I'm a Celebrity is returning to Wales, which is exciting, with Ant and Dec, classic, and no change there then, but it's not going to be in Australia. Now, some people online are disappointed, some people are happy that it's in Wales. I'm sure actually Ant and Dec, seeing as they've both got families now, young families and stuff, it's a long way to go, isn't it? But I'm sure they get paid a pretty packet of money in order to go to Australia as well. So I'm sure they wouldn't be that good. But are you, do you think it's going to completely change like the whole aspect of I'm a Celebrity if they just carry on sticking to Wales? What do you think, girls?
I think it will. I have no desire to watch it when it's in Wales. Like, I don't know why, because like cast is still going to be good and all that stuff, but I've literally got no, like, I used to love I'm a Celeb. Like, I thought it was really good, but yeah, no, I don't care now it's in Wales. It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's not so exotic, is it? Saying, because we know kind of like what castles are like. It's very sort of like home for us, whereas Australia is like a jungle, which is completely different, and you get completely different animals as well. And
I feel like you've got the weather there, and you've got all the girls in their bikinis. Like, it's a completely different atmosphere. Like, a little bit of romance goes on in the jungle. Like, there's a bit more entertainment in the jungle than staying in the castle. I feel like everyone's a bit low more, and in the jungle you get flirty and like you get your body out. It's just a bit more frisky, like, to watch.
That's true. Daisy, what do you think? Will you be keen on watching it?
No, I'm not a major I'm a Celeb fan. I see bits and pieces, but I think it's a bit more authentic being in the jungle, isn't it? Because I think the fun part is watching them all in the cages with the snakes. When they're in Wales, where do they get all the snakes and spiders from? I just didn't think about.
Yeah, well, there was a bit of uproar last year because that's what they said. They said you have to get so many species from outside of Wales, etc. Which is why when they did the challenges, they essentially just had spiders and cockroaches, because you got loads of those in Wales, but you don't have a lot of like Australian species as well.
No kangaroo balls in Wales.
No kangaroo balls in Wales. Quite right. You might get some other different animals' balls, but okay. Is there anybody that you would really like to see in there? You can choose anybody, girls. Any A-listers, maybe a couple, anybody that you would love to see in there.
I want to see Keith Lemon. 100%.
Oh, he'd be good.
100% Keith Lemon. I could just imagine Keith swearing, he's like, and doing all these entertainment, all the like spiders falling on him. Just Keith Lemon. If you see this, go on it.
There we go.
There, Keithy.
I feel like he might go on there in a few years' time, so that could potentially be a possibility if it's still relevant.
Yes.
Daisy J, is there anybody, any A-listers, perhaps your celebrity crush, somebody that you'd like to see in there?
Oh, maybe like a Kim Kardashian kind of character, but they're not allowed to leave. Right? They're not allowed to like say I'm a celeb, get me out. I want to see them like trap them in there.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I quite like to see someone like really girly, no makeup, no hair, like just, do you know what I mean? Like kind of what are they called? Gosh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about this, but yeah, someone that's really girly that would be really good entertainment.
Or I think Ant and Dec, either get one of them to get and do it.
Yeah, I would love to see them. And you know, when Holly Willoughby took over that year, I'd really like to see Holly.
Yeah,
Really
Holly, yeah.
And
Like
Philip.
Holly.
And Philip.
Yeah, they'd be good together.
I feel like they'd both be finalists.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who would win?
My bet is on Holly.
I was going to say Holly.
Yeah, Holly. Right. Well, we've got a couple of questions, girls, which we're going to come to now. So Sophie's got in touch. Some people are putting vaccinated in their bios. Would you find that cringy? Yeah, you would?
I'd find that so weird. I'm sorry. What the hell is life come to? Like,
I know, it's like another world, isn't it?
what? I feel like that's something like my nan would do. Like,
well, I mean, some nans got social media now, so maybe there are a few nans out there. And you know what? Fair enough. Let's flip this around. Let's flip the coin here. Fair enough that people are proud of getting vaccinated.
I feel that is quite cute, though.
Yeah, I can see a lot of celebs out there who are now putting in the pictures saying get vaccinated, etc. But putting it in your bio is a whole other thing. And also, when do you remove it? When do you take it away from? Maybe this is like, the 2021 thing. Just keep it in there. Next year, maybe it comes off, or maybe it's just going to stay. The pandemic.
Forever.
But I think that's all we've got time for this week, guys. But thank you so much for everybody tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Great.
Next week.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
See you later.